Okay, let's work on the guided practice for 10.2. So I want you to go through and I want you to do number 1 and number 2. Number 1, x minus 7 when x equals 23. And for number 2, 3a minus b when a equals 4 and b equals 6. So go ahead and go through and solve those real quick. Okay, so remember when we were talking about this last week? X minus 7 when x equals 23, so we replace the x with 23. We get 23 minus 7, which equals 16. And for number 2, we have 3a minus b. So we're going to have 3 times, what's the value of a? 4. 3 times 4 minus b, which is 6. 3 times 4 is 12. 12 minus 6 equals 6. Good job. Okay, go ahead and I want you to work through 3, 4, 5, and 6 and stop after that. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about number 3. We have 8 over t, and t equals 4, so we're going to go with 8 over 4. 8 divided by 4 equals 2. And then for number 4, we have 9 plus m, and m equals 1.5. So we're going to have 9 plus 1.5. 9.0, 1.5, 10.5. For number 5, 1/2 w plus 2. So we're going to have 1/2 times 9 plus times 1/9. I wrote 9 over 1. 1 times 1 is 1. 2 times 9 is 18. 1/18 plus 2 equals 2 and 1/18. So I'd written it down wrong. I knew something was coming up wrong. And then for number 6, 5 times 6.2 plus z. So we're going to have 5 times 6.2 plus 3.8. 6.2 plus 3.8 equals 10. 5 times 10 equals 50. Okay, I want you to go ahead and work on number 7. The table shows the price for games in Bella's soccer league. Her parents and grandmother attended a soccer game. How much did they spend if they all went together in one car? So for question 1, write an expression that represents the cost of one car full of non-student soccer fans. Use X as the number of people who rode in the car and attended the game. Blank is an expression that represents the cost of one car full of non-student soccer fans. And then for number B, or for letter B, since there are 3 attendees, evaluate the expression 12x plus 5 for x equal 3. So you fill in the blanks and tell me how much the family spent to attend the games. So go ahead and work on that. Okay, the table shows the price for games in Bella's soccer league. So what I'd asked you to do is come up with the expression that represents the cost of one car full of non-student soccer fans. So, first of all, we want to see what's the price of a non-student. It's $12. So we're going to go $12 times how many people? We're going to use X in this expression. 12 times X. Is there any other cost involved? Parking. So 12x plus 5. Does each person have to pay for parking? No, just per carload. So now we're going to solve it. Since there are 3 attendees, evaluate the expression 12x plus 5 for x equaling 3. So it's going to be 12 times 3 plus 5. What's 12 times 3? 36. 36 plus 5 is 41. So it's $41. Okay. Number 8. Okay, for number 8, Stan wants to add trim all around the edge of a rectangular tablecloth that measures 5 feet long by 7 feet wide. The perimeter of the rectangular tablecloth is twice the length added to twice the width. How much trim does Stan need to buy? So for A, you're going to write an expression that represents the perimeter of the rectangular tablecloth. Let L represent the length of the tablecloth and W represent its width. The expression would be, so you write the expression there, evaluate the expression P equals 2W plus 2L for L equaling 5 and W equaling 7. So you fill in what you need to, and then Stan bought blank feet of trim to sew the tablecloth. Okay, go ahead and solve that. Okay, so for A, write an expression that represents the perimeter of the rectangular tablecloth. Let L represent the length of the tablecloth and W represent its width. The expression would be, so we can look right up here and it's going to tell us right up here what we need to write. Tablecloth is twice the length added to twice the width. So it's going to be twice the length, or 2L plus twice the width, or 2W. 2L plus 2W. So, evaluate the expression P equals 2W plus 2L for L equaling 5 and W equaling 7. So, 2 times 7 plus 2 times 5 is going to equal 2 times 7 equals 14. 2 times 5 equals 10. So 14 plus 10 equals 24. Stan bought 24 feet of trim to sew on the tablecloth. Okay. Okay, and that leaves you with essential question check-in. How do you know the correct order in which to evaluate algebraic expressions? So, how have we, before algebraic expressions, when we were doing things that had multiplication, division, exponents, what did we use to decide what order to do the stuff in? What was it called? Order of operations, exactly. So the only thing different now before you start writing is, before you go through the order of operations, fill in the numbers for the variables. So whatever the variable is, plug that number in and then follow the order of operations.